Corey. I'm John and Cindy's oldest, and it's such a blessing to be here to celebrate with you all today. You know, it's amazing to me that for their 25th wedding anniversary, we had a party similar to this, and it was almost completely different people. And that just shows my parents and how they get around, and they love whoever they were with, and then if you happen to be around when we pull one of these things off every 25 years, then you get invited. So we, the girls, the grandkids and I wanted to put together kind of a special performance to commemorate my parents. That sounds like, no, that they're dead. That's weird. To celebrate. And it's been kind of strange, you know, because we're like collecting their life and, you know, I'm collecting all this stuff and it's kind of feeling a little weird. But then they're here celebrating, which is why we're doing this. So, sorry. Tangent. Okay, so growing up in the Rantal home, almost everything was done with music and everything was done with celebration. So today we're going to give you kind of a summary of John and Cindy Rantal's life with the help of Disney and Broadway. So here we go. All right. So John and Cindy's life inspired by the music of Disney and Broadway. This is the greatest show! John and Cindy were born 36 days apart in 1949.
Penguin bottom, penguin on my bottom. 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 It's the circle of life!
John's father was a jet pilot serving in World War II and in Korea, so they moved around a lot, and as any military kid will tell you, that is not easy.
It's a hard knock life for us! It's a hard knock life for us!
Cindy's father also served in World War II, but then settled down in Houston in the oil business. However, when Cindy was 9, Jolly Johnson took a position which moved his family to Bolivia for 2 years.
See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go.
After college at Florida State and the University of Texas, John and Cindy both moved to Houston to be near their families and the comforts of home.
All I want is a room somewhere, far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. How wouldn't it be lovely?
A mutual friend of their mother's suggested that they meet.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, bring me a match. Buy me a wine, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look me up and make me a perfect match.
John intended to call Cindy, but found out that her brother Todd had broken his leg and didn't think the timing was right. As far as I know, this is the only time Todd has interfered in their relationship. So 6 months later, after returning from a trip to Europe,
the hills are alive with the sound of music. Songs they have sung for 1,000 years.
John decided to call. Perhaps the fact that he had just been offered his first management position with NASA gave him the impetus he needed to make the call.
Be a man, you must be swift as a coursing race. Be a man with all the strength of a great typhoon. Be a man with all the force of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
But Cindy wasn't home, and so he asked her dad to let her know that he had called and would call back. But John came down with food poisoning and never called. After he recovered, he tried to call to apologize for not calling, but no one answered. Undeterred, he wrote a note and planned to drop it off at Cindy's house half a mile away. But when he rang the doorbell Cindy answered.
Love's an open door. Love's an open door. Love's an open door with you, with you, with you, with you. Love's an open door.
Cindy had no idea who John was, and he didn't introduce himself. He just handed her the note and said it was for her. But even after reading the note, she still didn't know who he was because her father had not passed on the message. So Cindy had quite a few questions for John before she would go on a date with him, but eventually they went out to dinner on August 9th, 1973.
Food, glorious food.
He proposed on August 8th, 1973, but Cindy, surprised by the proposal, didn't give him an answer right away. She told him she needed a night to think about it. John spent the night in agony waiting for her answer. Agony!
When you know she would go with you if there were only more doors. Agony! I'm not shot like a knife. I must have her
Cindy did accept the next day, and they married in Houston on June 1st, 1974.
Can you feel the love tonight? In perfect harmony with all its living things.
They settled into the sweet simplicity of newlywed
I want to be her age.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, there's Mother Nature's recipes to bring the bare necessities of life.
They lived in Friendswood, Texas, where John worked at the Manned Spacecraft Center.
I can fly, I can fly, I can fly.
Cindy was a 5th grade teacher, and of course she was.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
The next year, they left friends and family and moved to Pueblo, Colorado. It was a shock to Cindy to move from the heat and highways of Houston to this one-horse town in the arid West, but it was
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
John worked for the U.S. Department of Transportation, and Cindy charmed her way into this new community by volunteering to direct the Christmas program at the local elementary school. The following year, she was offered a position as a bilingual teacher, and she was, of course,
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
After 2 years in Colorado, John took on another job with NASA as Director of Public Relations.
To infinity and beyond.
Even though moving to the Mojave Desert, Lancaster, California, was even further away from friends, families, and deciduous trees, this was a big opportunity for John, and they were excited for him to get his big shots.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. And yo, just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
In California, the dynamic duo soon became a family of 3 when they welcomed their first precious baby girl into the world.
Baby mine, don't you cry. Baby mine, dry your eyes. Rest your head close to my heart. Never too hard, baby of mine.
Although life was good, they felt called to do more than just dance through life.
Dancing through life, swaying and sweeping, and always keeping cool. Life's more painless for the brainless. Why do too hard when it's so soothing?
God called them to join International Students Incorporated, ministering to international students in American universities.
It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fear. There's so much that we share, and there's cause unaware. It's a small world after all. if I were a rich man. Yada, 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 yada.
But God always provided
Food, glorious food.
and they knew that in the end, what really makes you rich is love.
'Cause without love, life is like the seasons without summer, without love. Life is rock and roll without a drummer. Cindy, I'll be yours forever, 'cause I never wanna be without love.
The job with ISI had moved them to Colorado Springs, where they made their home for the next 28 years.
Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself part of the family. We've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along.
Heather and Mark joined our family in Colorado Springs, and the Fab Five was complete.
These are a few of my favorite things.
The Rantals joined Village 7 Presbyterian Church, where, among other things, we enjoyed being part of community theater. Shocker, right?
We're in a play, we're on a stage. Things are pretty great. We're in a play, we're on a stage. Time to celebrate.
With international student ministry, women's Bible study, play dates, birthday parties, youth group, and believing that nothing is too small to celebrate, it seemed the doors of our home were always open. Our house was the fun house, and the Rantals' hospitality was second to none.
Be our guest, be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie a napkin around your neck, Shereen, and we'll provide the rest.
Okay, good job. When all three kids were in school, Cindy got a job teaching 3rd grade at Evangelical Christian Academy, where she, of course, was
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
For 15 years, she guided kids through the joys and challenges of math facts and president's reports, often using music, plays, and hands-on experiences to prove that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down.
After 18 years with International Student Ministry and with his first daughter on her way to college, John felt called to change careers and become a pastor. He attended seminary at New Geneva Seminary in Colorado Springs and was hired by their home church as pastor of outreach and evangelism. Cindy loved her work. The kids were growing up and having their own adventures. Grandbabies were starting to come into the picture.
These are a few of my favorite things.
And life was good. But God had plans for the Rantals beyond the comforts of the known. He was going to dust off their magic carpet and send them on a whole new adventure.
A whole new world. A dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear. Then now I'm in a whole new world with you.
John and Cindy joined the ministry of church revitalization, and even though it was hard to leave their home of 28 years, they stepped out in faith and confidence that God is in control.
I have confidence in sunshine. I have confidence in rain. I have confidence that spring will come again. Besides what you see, I have confidence in me.
This new ministry took them to Torrance, California and Dallas, Texas, where they ministered to and got to know all sorts of fascinating people.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
Including their dear friends Roger and Christine Moore. Christine has come all the way from Oregon today.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road is left ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. But you got a friend in me.
And then they moved to Bellevue, Washington.
I'm singing in the rain. What a glory.
Even though life on the West Coast was wonderful, there were 5, soon to be 6 grandkids.
These are a few of my favorite things.
On the East Coast, plus a prayer warrior named Janine Mineo. Who was praying to Brooklyn. And to King's Chapel. a while, and they lived part-time with us in Virginia and part-time with the Greens in Brooklyn.
Wear new shoes with matching laces. A permanent box and the shapes have races. Strum me on right, sour nickel. Personal post in the wood nickel. Look at me, I'm the king of New York.
In the summer of 2016, God moved the McClures to Nigeria.
Hakuna Matata. Wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your day. It's all about change. Philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
And John and Cindy would come to live permanently with the Greens in Hempstead. They would all be blessed to live next door to Pat. Yes, Pat is in the kitchen. She's become like family, and she has provided our dinner today. So, never a couple to let grass grow under their feet, John and Cindy have remained just as active in retirement as they always have been. They travel the country and even the world to love on family and friends.
Yeah.
Whether it's crafting with kids or board games with teens, preaching sermons, teaching Sunday school, Spanish club, or classical conversations, they are not slowing down.
Cause you can't stop the motion of the ocean or the rain from above. You can try and stop the paradise they're dreaming of, but you can't stop the rhythm of you wanting love to stay. Cause you can't stop the beat. You can't stop the beat. You can't stop the beat.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys.
All right.